Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, as always, Mitch McCoy, and boy, do we have a little holiday treat for you from Monsters and Men, where we saw the WCWA Ozark Regional Championship defended for the first time ever against this man right here, the Impact World Champion, the Machine, Brian Cage. You can hear the crowd is excited to have Brian Cage here today. I'm excited to be in the booth calling this one, as Brian Cage might be the strongest man in all of professional wrestling. And as I've stated before, I think Dusty Gold is the strongest man in all of WCWA. So, with that being said, we're taking two bulls and putting them in the ring together, painting red on their faces and letting them go. And I'm sure we will get a special treat in this one, as not only is Brian Cage strong like Dusty Gold, but he is athletic like no other. And this is going to be very interesting, because these two men have very similar styles inside the squared circle. I'd like to see who is going to be able to get the upper hand on the other. My bet is going to be on Brian Cage. I think he's bigger, faster, well, maybe not faster. He's bigger, he's stronger, and he's more well-rounded. He's been around the world. He's done it all. He's Impact World Champion. I mean, he has been everywhere in this business you can think of, except for right here in WCWA. And here he is finally here, going up against this man, the Standard, the Ozark Regional Champion, Dusty Gold. And Dusty Gold, the crowd obviously always loves them some Dusty Gold, loves them some of the Standard. He is a hometown boy here, as he lives right here in Fayetteville. He trains at the Stryker Training Facility located in Springdale. And this man, he looks ready, maybe more jacked than I've ever seen before. And this is going to be a hell of a matchup. And Dusty Gold, to get that Ozark Regional Championship, I mean, he went through the ringer, folks. This man had to defeat Terrell Tempo early on in WCWA's early days. He had to go up against Mecha Wolf 450, which he was not able to defeat. But then Terrell Tempo comes back into his life. Max Castellanos, Damian Wade, he lines him up, he takes him down. And then Mecha Wolf 450 shows back up and says, hey, this kid's not allowed in the tournament for the Ozark Regional Championship because I've defeated him. I'm undefeated. If anyone deserves it, it should be me. Well, guess what? Dusty Gold then defeated Mecha Wolf 450 and went on to be in the tournament for the Ozark Regional Championship, defeated Matt Seidel, then won in the fatal four-way between him, Max Castellanos, Terrell Tempo, and Max Malco, and here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is brought to you by WCWA Rematch. Comes on at 10 a.m. every Saturday on Fayetteville Public Access. Check your local listings. Now, the following contest is a singles match, scheduled for and is for the WCWA Ozark Regional Championship.
Crowd is ready for this one. Looks like Brian Cage is ready. Dusty Gold ready as well.
Introducing first, the challenger from Sacramento, California. He is the current Impact World Champion.
Your challenger, Brian Cage, the Impact World Champion. And these fans, this is a little split here, maybe 60-40 in favor of Dusty Gold.
And his opponents, from Fayetteville, Arkansas, he is the reigning and now defending WCWA Ozark Regional Champion, the Standard.
This crowd is going crazy. They are ready for this one. Looks like referee Joey Lynn is ready. Dusty Gold is ready. Brian Cage is ready. All of us are on the edge of our seats for this. We're ready to get it going. The two bulls circling up in the squared circle. And here we go, folks. An early tie-up here, and Brian Cage using that strength to push Dusty Gold into the corner, and I think we're going to see a lot of that here today. Brian Cage is going to prove that he is stronger than the standard Dusty Gold. Dusty Gold realizing, hey, maybe I'm in here with someone that outmatches my strength and now has him in a waist lock here. And Dusty Gold trying to work out of it, and he rips him around for a wrist lock. Now into the headlock. And some quick maneuvering from Dusty Gold. Oh, and a smart move from Brian Cage as he reverses it into a headlock of his own. And now gets him in that wrist lock and wrenches it in. And Dusty Gold, though, oh, wow, what athleticism from Dusty Gold. And he looks, no, not going to happen there, buddy. And now he's right back to a headlock. And you can see the strength of Brian Cage on that one, sending him into the ropes. Ooh, and a shoulder block. And it's a stalemate, folks. And I don't know if that surprises anyone. Another stalemate. Dusty Gold trying to take Brian Cage down with those shoulder blocks, unable to do so. Up and over, and Brian Cage catches him into a fireman's carry, but Dusty Gold at elbows to the face. He's able to work out of it, pushes him to the ropes. Brian Cage holds on. Dusty Gold dunking under, and Brian Cage with a hip toss into a backbreaker. Wow! Man, what a move that was. It looked like Brian Cage was just going to hit him with the hip toss, but turns it into a backbreaker. And now Dusty Gold, he's in a bad position as Brian Cage is taking the advantage early on here. And now he's driving those shoulders right into Dusty Gold. Oh, man. And that chop sent Dusty Gold down to his knees. It's probably a combination of everything that Brian Cage has given him here early on. That forearm. And here comes Brian Cage, Irish whipping Dusty Gold into the corner, and he's calling for it. A little cocky there, though, and Dusty Gold reverses it with a boot. And going for it again, but no, Dusty Gold reversing that. And now up, and he kicks Brian Cage right in the top of his chest. And the moonsault, the standing moonsault, very impressive from Dusty Gold. Only got a 2 count there. Oh, and the back elbow sends Dusty Gold back down to the mat. And he put some velocity on that one. And now pulling Dusty Gold back to his feet here. And Brian Cage looking for a snap suplex, and he completes it. Now, nope. Looked like he might go for the pinfall, but no, he goes for a leg drop instead. 1, no. Only a 2 count there. Dusty Gold kicking out. And now Brian Cage wrapping Dusty Gold up between those 28-inch pythons. Just trying to take all the life, all the breath out of Dusty Gold here. But I'm going to tell you, Dusty Gold is not going to give up that easily. As we mentioned before, he's had to go through hell and back to even become the Ozark Regional Champion. The big boot sends Dusty Gold back down to the mat. And man, he's trying to shake that off. I don't know how you shake off that type of impact. And now Brian Cage back in control, and the Irish whip just sends Dusty Gold down. And 1, 2, and Brian Cage really showing his strength here as that Irish whip devastating to Dusty Gold. And now he's wrapping him back up between those pythons, trying to suck the life out of Dusty Gold. And man, I don't know, would you rather be wrapped up between those arms or wrapped up by a literal python? I would take the python at this point. And Dusty Gold had worked his way back to his feet with the help of the crowd, but Brian Cage takes him right back down to the mat, and he is in complete control of this matchup. And man, Dusty Gold is in a bad position here. Looks like he's reaching for the ropes, maybe reaching for some fans, reaching for God for some help possibly, but man, Dusty, there's no one here to help you at this point. The machine is in the ring. I don't think anyone's going to try, and oh no, Dusty Gold hits him with a stunner. A little variation of the stunner there, kind of a jawbreaker, and oh man, the Enziguri sends, oh no. Brian Cage trying to reverse what Dusty had in mind, but no. Dusty Gold reverses Brian Cage, and sending Brian Cage. He sends his throat into that top of the rope, and man, I'm telling you what, that has to hurt. And now Dusty Gold going up to the top rope, and the enziguri, and that is going to send Dusty Gold tumbling down to the floor. Oh my gosh! Someone needs to check on Dusty Gold as he just tumbled from the top rope all the way down to the floor. I mean, that is about a 10-foot drop, and he just ate it. And Brian Cage, I mean, he's looking at Dusty Gold. He has to realize he can't win this championship if Dusty Gold gets counted out. And as I say that, he gets out of the ring to invite Dusty Gold back in for the dance. And what Brian Cage doesn't slide him in, though. What's he have in mind here? Dusty Gold trying to get his way back to the apron. Brian Cage going up. Looks like he's standing on that second rope. And I'm not sure what this is, but Dusty Gold has no idea where he is, and he's going to suplex him from the outside. Wow! From the second rope, what impact? Who knows? And Dusty Gold able to kick out at 2, and that was a brutal impact. And I can't believe that Dusty Gold is still in this matchup. I mean, he took a fall from 10 feet off that top rope all the way down to the ground, and then that suplex, and Brian Cage, the chop by Brian Cage. He might have just ripped off Dusty Gold's nipple. And now Brian Cage looking to set him up here, and no, he's not able to, and Dusty Gold reverses it, and what's this? A little bit, oh man! He reversed it, a tilt-a-whirl. Looked like he hit him with the DDT there. 1, 2, 3, no! And Dusty Gold surprising Brian Cage with that DDT. And Brian Cage has no idea where he is now. I mean, from the move, he had no idea where he is, but now really, but he makes it right back to his feet. And now we're exchanging right hands. No, more like Dusty Gold's exchanging his right forearm to the skull of Brian Cage, and a couple more sends him into the corner. The Irish whip, though, reversed by Brian Cage. Dusty Gold up and over. Oh my God, what athleticism, leading to the drop kick, and now the shoulders into the abdomen of Brian Cage. And Dusty Gold, his athleticism catching Brian Cage off guard, and he Irish whips him into the other corner, hits him with a splash, and now Irish whipping him into the ropes, and another drop kick, and Dusty Gold is on fire. He is white hot. He knows it. The crowd knows it. He is feeling himself, and he might have an opportunity right here to put away one of the biggest stars in our business today, the Machine, Brian Cage. But no, Brian Cage reversed it and hits him with a suplex. Wow, he just tossed him like a rag doll right there. And Brian Cage getting the fans into it. I mean, like I said early on, these fans are pretty split, 60-40. Brian Cage going right at Dusty Gold now. Dusty Gold, though, pulling that top rope down, and he's going for the tope! Oh, man, he hits Brian Cage with a tope, and it looks like he's going for a second one! And Brian Cage stumbling, he's down to his knees on the outside, and Dusty Gold inside the ring, hyping the crowd up. It looks like he's lining Brian Cage up for a third tope. Here it comes. No, wow, whoa, what was that? Oh my God, Dusty Gold just flipped over the top rope and hit Brian Cage on the back of the head with both his feet. One of the most innovative moves I have ever seen in professional wrestling. That has got to be it, folks. If he can get in the ring and pin Brian Cage, this match is over. I have never seen a move like that in professional wrestling in all of my life. And now he's going up to the top rope. And I think we know that elbow's been dropped right on the heart of Brian Cage. And that's it, folks. 1, 2, 3. No! Brian Cage, the Machine. That is why they call him the Machine, folks. You cannot just put him away that easily. I mean, I thought it was over, but no. And look, Dusty Gold lining him up here. And he goes for the, oh man, springboard moonsault missing. I think he took a little too much time trying to catch his breath, and now lined up, and Brian Cage hitting him. Ooh, and now he has him for the German. Oh my God! He just threw Dusty Gold, and ooh. And that is the second time in the past few minutes that the Machine literally threw Dusty Gold across the ring. I mean, he was going for a German suplex there, but he threw him so hard that Dusty Gold rotated an extra time and landed flat on his face. And Brian Cage calling for the end of it right here. If he hits the drill claw, no! Oh my God! Dusty Gold reverses, no! Ooh. Dusty Gold reversed that into the bridge and almost got the 3 count, completely surprising me, surprising Brian Cage, and now both these men trying to work their way back to their feet. And oh man, Dusty Gold might have just broken Brian Cage's jaw. 2, 3, no! That knee to the face, it hit him right on the side of the jaw, and I think Brian Cage might be missing some teeth here. The referee Joey Lynn checking on him. It looks like he might be okay. And Dusty Gold, you have to stay on top of the Machine. That is why he is the Machine. Let's show him that you are the standard of professional wrestling. I don't know. It seems like Dusty Gold might be taking too long, and he did as Brian Cage sends him up and over, and it looks like he's going for the kick. No, it's the Alabama Slammer! Wow! A sit-out Alabama Slam, too! And the action has been non-stop, folks. It has been back and forth. It's hard for me to even keep up with. These guys are going toe to toe, and I don't know who's going to come out on top every single moment. It seems like someone else has the advantage, and then it's reversed right around to the other person's advantage. And Brian Cage calling Dusty Gold to get up, and the kick to the midsection there. And a kick right to the side of the head. And the super kick, and now Brian Cage going for it. No, he misses the lariat. Dusty Gold spins him around with a spear. Dusty Gold hit the spear. Get the cover, get the cover. No, Brian Cage right back up to his feet here. And Dusty Gold looks like he's lining him up. We have seen this move defeat many people before, and he's going to roll him up, and he's going to go middle rope. And that is it. 1, 2, 3, no! And the springboard moonsault, unable to put away Brian Cage. And you can see, all he did was anger this beast as Brian Cage is up to his feet, and he looks madder than hell, and he picks Dusty Gold. Oh, wow! The powerbomb! And no, he throws him into the corner, and Brian Cage with the lariat, he just took Dusty Gold's head off. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, no! And I have no idea how Dusty Gold has stayed in this matchup, but even after that powerbomb, even after the buckle bomb, even after the lariat that looked like it removed Dusty Gold's head, Dusty Gold is trying to fight his way back to his feet. And that is impressive, folks. And now Brian Cage lining him up, and he hits the drill claw, and that's going to be it. Oh, whoa. And what in the hell are they doing out here? What in the hell is Double D doing out here? And it seems like his microphone's not working that well. And he got a new one. And here we let's take a listen to what Double D has to say.
Back up. No beef with you at all. No beef with you at all. What I have right here is a little bit of a proposition for you.
And Double D wants no part of the Machine. He's here to make a deal, it seems like.
You have $1 trillion body. You're on top of the world. You have everything. The world is on your shoulders. You have the world in your hands. How about you save some for the rest of us? What I'm talking about right here, you're the Impact World Champion. That's right. You don't need this. What I have right here, you can always use a little more of this, baby. That's right. Take this little payday right here and leave this chump to me.
Man, what an interesting turn of events this has been. I mean,
you come out here and you're my match. You're for my payday. And the first thing going through my head is, how much can be in here and you can't even afford a microphone that works?
checking to see how much money there is. And it looks like there's a deal. They made a deal. Brian Cage is walking away from this match. He had it won. He was going to be the new Ozark Regional Champion. And now there's nothing left for referee Joey Lynn to do except for count Brian Cage out. The machine has left the building, folks. And it looks like the standard Dusty Gold is going to retain the Ozark Regional Championship on a countout. And as he lays there, Double D talking trash to a motionless Dusty Gold. And now what is going on here? Double D getting inside the ring.
You're looking at your new #1 contender for that Ozark Regional Championship.
Referee Joey Lynn giving Dusty Gold his championship, trying to help him to his feet here. I'm not really sure Dusty Gold wants to do this on his own.
And you have touched me every step of the way.
That's true, yeah.
And oh my God, I hadn't even seen Luke Langley. And there he is. And now everyone's circling up on the standard Dusty Gold. The smoking ace Luke Langley's out there. Oh, and a forearm, and a back elbow, and a clothesline, and Dusty Gold sends all three men down, and a back elbow sends Double D down once more. And now the rightful queen, Erica Torres, asking for him to lay one right there on her jaw. Oh, and she slaps Dusty Gold. The man, Dusty Gold, he would not hit a woman because he has a higher moral standard than that. And now, because of it, he is getting curb stomped into the mat. And this is just an unfair advantage. I have no idea where the security is, where the referee is, where the rest of the locker room is. Is anyone going to come out here and help the standard, help our Ozark Regional Champion? And shot to the side of the head by Luke Langley. And they're picking him up here. And Erica Torres lining him up, and man, I cannot believe what I am seeing. Erica Torres, he wouldn't even touch you because you're a lady, and you're putting him down on the mat like that. I mean, just disrespectful to our Ozark Regional Champion. And now Carter Matthews has him lined up, and a little mockery of a spear. And I mean, they are just mocking Dusty Gold at this point. Carter Matthews spearing Dusty Gold, using his own maneuver against him, and the robe has come off, and Double D goes up top. And the smoking ace, Luke Langley, a ripcord knee into the cross body. And that, I mean, I'd say that would do it, but ladies and gentlemen, I think Brian Cage had done enough. And now they've come out here. Tier 1 is out here. And I mean, this is absolutely disrespectful to our Ozark Regional Champion, and not only to him, but to the fans who showed up to see the first ever title defense against Brian Cage. And it was interrupted by this man right here and the rest of this group: Carter Matthews, Luke Langley, Erica Torres, the definition of definition, Double D. And now the fans, they don't get to see the end result of that match. I mean, Dusty Gold, he got hit with the drill claw. It looked like it might have been it. But he has kicked out. He has been resilient through and through. And, I mean, there was still a possibility he could have beat Brian Cage fair and square. And the fans deserved that match. They didn't deserve this. They don't deserve Tier 1 coming out here and interrupting their main event and now putting their Ozark Regional Championship through hell. And they're picking him back up. What do they have in mind here? Come on, folks. Can we just end it already? And he has him up for a and a super kick. And a suplex. Oh, my God. And Luke Langley just has a sadistic look on his face. And Double D staring at that championship belt like it's going to do something for him. I hate to remind you, Double D, You are not the Ozark Regional Champion. I don't care how many matches you interfere in and come out and beat up a man who's already been through a match. You are not our champion.